Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
I just want you to know right off the top here, my good friend, my neighbor, my co-host, my brother and son all in one, we don't have time for any, picking on one another today.
Oh, okay. Just business today.
Strictly business.
Okay. All right.
We have a lot going on today.
We do, yeah. A lot of people we're going to be visiting with today.
Yeah. So just back off a little bit.
All right, I will.
I mean, don't bring it on.
Thanks so much for, saying that right up front.
I wanted to get it on the table.
And so that I, wouldn't take us down a road of picking on you.
Yeah, because I talked with Jana yesterday, Jana Banana.
Jana Coons?
Yeah. And she kind of mentioned maybe you need to back down a little bit and lay off. You're kind of picking on me too much. Moving along.
Jana, who I consider like a sister, took your side on this?
Well, at least in front of me she did.
I'm hurt.
Well,
I'm hurt.
She listens to the show on the way to work, and she just mentioned that she gets a chuckle out of the show, but you can talk to her about it. Maybe I misinterpreted what she said.
Okay, well, believe me, we're going to visit about it.
Arcadia today for school lunch. They're having pigs in a blanket.
Thetford today, lasagna and corn on the menu today at Thetford.
At Ansley, it's tacos today.
Let's see, SEM today, Salisbury steak at Sumner Eddyville Miller.
Anselmo Myrna, loaded hash browns with dinner roll, popcorn chicken bites with dinner roll, Asian salad and roasted flatbread, vegetables, fruit, and milk.
Sandhills School in Dunning, barbecue rib on a bun, chips and vegetable at Sandhills today.
At the Cozad schools, they're having chili dogs, barbecue ribs on a bun, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with yogurt, mandarin orange chicken salad with blueberry muffins, and fresh, like corn, fresh fruit. The list goes on and on. Celery, fresh garden salad, all available at Cozad High School.
Sargent today, turkey or ham with stuffing, mashed potatoes with gravy, pumpkin cake, dinner roll, milk, and salad bar at Sargent today.
All right.
Oh, you done?
Yeah, that's all I have.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I must have a few more.
That's right. I got a couple more here. And Selma Myrna loaded hash browns with, this is Broken Bow Middle and High School today. Loaded hash browns with dinner roll, popcorn chicken bites with dinner roll, fresh baked turkey and cheese sub, fajita salad with tortilla chips, or grilled chicken deli wrap on the menu today at Broken Bow. And at Gothenburg today looks like cheeseburger and pizza, some of the choices at Gothenburg today.
It's Tumbleweed Day today, so we're going to give you a chance to win yourself a tumbleweed meal at the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2 in Broken Bow. And before we play the game, let me just tell you, yesterday there was a testimonial right here on the Breakfast Show from Brent Apperson, who had spent time out at the Tumbleweed last weekend with a good friend.
Yep.
What'd you guys have?
Had breakfast. I had eggs, over easy. Mm-hmm. Only way to have your eggs.
Oh, I agree.
For me, anyway. Wheat toast, ham, coffee.
Sounds delicious.
Yeah. Should have had hash browns. I don't know why. They asked, do you want hash browns, Brent? And I said no. Don't know why I said no. I should have had hash browns.
Doesn't that bug you when you do that? You go, why did I do that?
I know. I'm glad I'm not the only one that's bugged by that. They say, do you want this? No, I don't think so. And then you're like, I wish I would have said yes.
I sure would have mixed in with the egg yolks nicely,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, whatever you like at the Tumbleweed Cafe, they will get it for you as very best they can. And you can get breakfast any time of the day at the Tumbleweed, except, of course, for the pancakes and waffles once they switch the griddle for lunchtime. But you can get an omelet or whatever your favorite breakfast is throughout the day. As long as they're open, you can get breakfast. And, of course, you can go in and order off their menu, which is fantastic, good home-cooked meals on the menu. Or you can look up on the board and see what the special is and save a little money, and usually it's very, very good, and they have a dessert with that, both at noon and in the evenings. And the Sunday buffet is as popular as it can get. I mean, people love going in, say, around 11 o'clock to 1 or so, 2 o'clock, and taking advantage of the buffet, which features all kinds of meats and vegetables and dessert, gravy, mashed potatoes, butter, beans, corn. It's all there for you, and you can make yourself miserable. I mean, you can eat yourself into joy with that buffet because you can go back as many times as you like. I dare you to go more than twice, but and don't get too carried away on the salads because sometimes you get...
That's easy to do,
You can get a little
it?
too much salad, and then you're not as hungry as you want to be for the mashed potatoes and gravy. It's all up to you at the Tumbleweed Cafe, East Highway 2, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Well said.
Good place to eat.
You ready to play the game?
You betcha.
All right, here we go. Asking questions about Major League Baseball because opening day is Thursday.
It is.
Cubs open against the Brewers, by the way. Just throw that out there.
There are some other teams playing.
Oh, there are? Oh, yeah. Okay. We're asking questions about Major League ballparks that no longer host Major League games. Okay? So here's your question for today. The San Francisco ballpark was notorious for its brutal winds. In the 1961 All-Star Game, a pitcher committed a balk because he was blown off the mound by a strong gust of wind.
Really?
Can you identify this stadium? Again, San Francisco is what we're talking about. Your choices are Candlestick Park, the Coliseum, Seals Stadium, or Chavez Ravine. The San Francisco ballpark was notorious for its brutal winds. What ballpark are we talking about? Candlestick Park, the Coliseum, Seals Stadium, or Chavez Ravine? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's spoken weekly, well, probably daily, from newcomers to Broken Bow. Wow, look at all the cars around that place, the Tumbleweed Cafe. Visitors wonder why, and locals know why. The delicious home-cooked meals of the Tumbleweed Cafe are absolutely amazing. Looking for a fun part-time job? They're hiring. The Tumbleweed Cafe, open Monday to Saturday, 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. on East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
741, our guest on the line, if you were in school, is Mr. Wright. If not, his name is Gary. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It seems to me like Broken Bow's trying to be like Candlestick Park with a strong wind.
Oh,
so,
gosh.
Boy, you got it, man. Yeah. But by the way, that's the correct answer. Candlestick Park. Way to go, Mr. Wright.
yes. Well, I just thought of that, when they're saying we have sometimes 75-mile-an-hour winds, and I remember watching ball games on TV from Candlestick Park.
Yeah.
So what
Kind
do
of
you
windy.
Yeah.
Are you hopeful this year for your Yankees?
Well, I don't know. We didn't do much trading. We got rid of that one catcher, but I was hoping we'd sign Freddie Freeman, but he backed out on us. So
Now, wait a minute. You got Anthony Rizzo, man.
yeah, I know, but I wanted Freddie Freeman.
Oh, that hurts me. Come on, Rizzo's a Cub. Remember,
Yeah, my wife just cheered, said Braves when she said Freddie Freeman. So
Oh, that's great. Hey, thanks for calling there, Mr. Wright. And we've got a certificate for you for the Tumbleweed Cafe for a tumbleweed meal. So come on out and see us.
okay, thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You guys too.
7:43 is your time. As we mentioned, we have a Power Pack show for you. Logan will be in from Arrow Seed here this half hour. We'll be visiting with Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company. We have a live remote right after the 8 o'clock news at Chapin's Furniture, and that will also be on Facebook and YouTube and Twitter in a live stream so you can see what they're talking about. We also have John Hunt coming in, your buddy who has written a book.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I can't wait to talk to John about that.
That will be fun. Also on our schedule, Off-Broadway Assisted Living. Runza will be in because they're having the Feeds the Need Day today, where 10% of the money taken in will go back to our communities, our food pantries, and we'll talk about that this morning. A really neat program. And let's see if I missed anything. I think that's... Oh, Gary Superfood's on our schedule for later on in the 9 o'clock hour this morning. So if we get everybody in, it will work out nicely, and we'll get them all in, some one way or the others.
Yes, yeah, and I think maybe even Off-Broadway coming in later, too.
Yep, Off-Broadway's right after 9 o'clock. So, yes, in the meantime, we have a few things we're going to be telling you about. I just was wondering if this rhymes.
Oh.
Liana Nirvana. Because I was thinking about changing up off the lasagna theme for a little while with Liana.
I think that'd be okay.
Okay, that'd make you more comfortable, wouldn't it?
Well,
I don't know if Liana has any problem with it.
Yeah. No, I asked her. I think she was okay with it because I asked her one time.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency here in Broken Bow and Callaway and other locations all over the state now as they're growing. I just was wondering, about Liana. When you buy your insurance from Liana, it's Nirvana.
Wow. Yeah. Creative, Dave.
Thanks. I thought about that one the other day. It just popped into my little brain. Nebraska Owners Insurance is growing and looking for an energetic, result-oriented agent for the Broken Bow office. Insurance license and or experience is a plus, but not required. They will train, and they'll help you get licensed and trained. Computer and people skills, though, is a must. Call Liana at 308-836-2201. And by the way, it's a great time for you to check on the value of your home, what it is insured for, how that all matches up. You want to make sure that is set correctly with building costs and danger of fire right now. It'd be a good time to be checking that. And quotes are always free. They'd love to have a chance to provide insurance protection for the things that matter to you the most. Pivot Insurance is going to be even more important this summer, it looks like. If it doesn't rain, that's going to be a huge piece of equipment that you're going to want to have insured to be able to replace it if something happens or repair it if it's a major damage. Chip can help you there. Chip is hip on insurance, and he would be happy to quote a replacement value for your machines, whatever age they are. They can help you. If you're turning 65, Liana is an expert in the Medicare field, which is a little bit confusing sometimes. She can sort that out for you. Life insurance, something that a lot of us don't like to talk about, but a very important piece of protection for you and your family. So Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Callaway, Broken Bow, and many locations in the state now. You can call them again at 836-2201.
Hey, here's a good way to start your day, and that would be in Arnold, Nebraska at Brubaker's Coffeehouse and Gifts. They're open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, open on Saturday from 9 until 3. And Brubaker's is going to be participating this weekend in the second annual Custer County Boutique Hop. It'll be Saturday, April 9th from 9 to 3, 13 locations in the area involved, including Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. Start your day with your favorite coffee there at Brubaker's. Grab your destination map and begin a fun day of hopping the area boutique starting at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. While you're there, on Saturday, they'll be taking 20% discount on merchandise at Brubaker's and register to win prizes and other discounts at all of the individual boutiques. So enjoy the Custer County Boutique Hop. It'll be Saturday, April 9th from 9 to 3. And among the businesses participating, Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold.
It really did surprise me when Jana Banana kind of leaned towards the idea that maybe you were picking on me. It really made me feel fuzzy and warm.
Yeah. I would just like to quickly bring up that National Tell a Lie Day was yesterday, not today.
What's that have to do with it?
I'm just saying. Nice.
Custer Federal State Bank is looking for a customer service specialist. They have an opening for a full-time specialist. The candidate should be outgoing, positive, an individual who enjoys interacting with customers, and willing to learn. Duties include answering the phone, greeting customers, and processing bank transactions, and must be able to be very confidential about things because other people's business is very private in the banking business, so that would be required. Prior cash handling experience preferred but not necessary. It is a team atmosphere, so if you want to join the team, this is a full-time position with competitive pay and benefits, including insurance, 401k, and paid vacation, sick time as well. Visit the Broken Bow location for an employment application at Custer Federal State Bank, an equal opportunity employer. For more information or to submit an application, contact Caitlin Peterson at 872-6486. Her email is CAITLIN@custerfederal.com. And you can look at this information on Sandhills Express Jobs page as well.
I want to remind you that the SEM School Foundation is inviting you to their Gatsby Gala this weekend. It'll be April 9th at the One Box Convention Center here in Broken Bow. This is a big fundraiser for the foundation, so we encourage you to support them. The doors will open at 5:30. They'll have some silent auction items that you can start bidding on when you walk in the door. Steak dinner will be served at 7, and then they'll have a live auction following dinner at around 8. So come dressed for the theme or as you feel comfortable. Tickets are available for $50 and can be picked up from the front office at the SEM School, at the main place, or from any board member. For more information, check out their Facebook page as well. Again, that's April 9th at the One Box Convention Center in Broken Bow, the Gatsby Gala to support the SEM School Foundation. It's coming up on April 9th.
I suppose it's possible when I visited yesterday with Jana Banana that I didn't hear her correctly. But I'm pretty sure I did. But then again, I haven't had my ears checked.
Aha.
So maybe that would be a good idea, and I know just who to see.
Yeah, who would that be, Dave?
Roxanne at Nebraska Land Hearing Center, right on the east side of the square in downtown Broken Bow. And, you know, Easter's coming up, and it's when you get together with company and friends where people have nice visits is when you miss out when you don't hear very well. So if you're struggling with your hearing or you're worrying about missing out on those special times with family during gatherings, stop in and see Roxanne. She can help. She's dependable. She's right here in Broken Bow. She'll give you a free hearing evaluation, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local also available. And she has additional buy local discounts with chamber bucks and more that she can tell you about just for buying right here in Custer County. And there's no reason to go anywhere else. No need to travel to Lincoln, Omaha, or Denver. Roxanne sells the top technology right here, available in the world in Custer County and in Broken Bow. And that local service is key if you need any adjustments and so forth. And that's all free after the purchase. So talk to Roxanne. Make an appointment. The number is 308-384-3852, located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, 4 doors down from Bo Bootery. The business name is on the glass in the front. Talk to Roseanne and make sure that you're hearing everything that's going on, especially so that you don't make false accusations and things if you mishear things. My wife and I had a chuckle over the weekend on a conversation we had. And I know you folks out there have had those as well, where you totally misinterpret what was said. It's kind of funny, but it's kind of worrisome too.
Yeah. Well, as Logan Girardin comes in to join us, we want to quickly remind you that Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership is looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler teacher in Broken Bow. It is a full-time position, great starting wage, great benefits, looking for someone with their Child Development Associate Certificate, would prefer someone with an associate's or bachelor's degree in early childhood education, and would prefer someone with previous experience working with infants up to 3 years old and their families. For more information or to apply, contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780, extension 0, or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
All right, thank you, Brent. Good morning, Logan Girardin from Arrow Seed.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm sore.
Oh, what happened? Why you're sore?
I actually went to a gym
Oh,
and worked out.
yeah?
Gosh.
What, so what's your preference when you go to the gym? The treadmill, or do you hit the weights, like bench press and
The bench to sit on.
the bench to sit
Yep.
on? Okay.
That's
Well,
kinda what I do.
That's good.
So,
You go to the gym to sit on the bench?
well, yeah, that's the most comfortable. But yeah, so I was working out. I don't work out. I mean, I know you can tell by my physique. You know, I'm top-notch physical shape right now.
You look fine.
Like the best I've ever been. But there was a chicken that walked into that gym.
What?
A
Yeah.
chicken.
Yeah, it was there to work
Wow.
on its pecs.
Thank you, Logan.
Go ahead, Dave.
I don't know what to do. I'm going to say, Logan, you have a lot of notes there.
I do.
Jump right in and tell us what's going on at Arrowseed.
It's garden time.
Yes, it is.
It is time. You know, it might be a little bit early for some things, but with some of the disruptions we're seeing right now,
Yes.
get it if you think you're gonna plant a garden, because I don't know if I'll be able to get more in.
Get it while they last.
Yes, and there's still some stuff we're waiting on that I ordered in January.
Jeez.
So
Okay.
And do you have, I mean, is there any way of you guys even knowing when or if it might come in?
no, I've
think
had
so.
some email correspondence, and even our supplier doesn't know for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you know, we're running into that with a few different things.
Yeah. So just know out there, folks, they've got great quality there, but limited quantity is possible this year.
Yes. Yep. You know, and a lot of the United States was in a drought, kind of like we were.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that really probably hampered some of the garden seed production, as well as the high commodity prices. You know, people might have changed some acres chasing the almighty dollar.
Yep.
So,
Okay. All right.
so yeah, you know, but come on in and get some stuff. We've got a lot of good stuff. I will tell you, if you get any of our garden seed and you plant it in your garden, don't tell any secrets in your garden. The corn does have ears and the beans talk. So, you know, just keep that in mind.
That's good advice.
You know, it's one of those things, and luckily the potatoes have eyes, but they're underground, so they won't be able to see anything.
I was wondering if you're going to work the potatoes into it somehow.
But so one of the sweet corns that we got is called Sweetness, and it's a sugary enhanced, so it's a really sweet corn, but it's a 68-day sweet corn, so it's a super short season, which is nice because you can get that early sweet corn crop, and then maybe you can plant a couple other varieties in your garden to keep that, you know, season long sweet corn
Yeah.
production.
Have you had this variety before?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, we carried it last year, and I think 2 years ago was the first year we had it.
No.
But it's one of our more popular ones now.
It's pretty handy. Yeah.
It is where it's that super short day. It fits well with a lot of early garden seed or early garden fruit production.
Okay. All right.
So, and then of course, we've got the ambrosia, incredible, peaches and cream. Everybody's heard of peaches and cream. It's kind of the old standby bicolored sweet corn. Then we got bodacious and candy corn. I don't know how much candy corn I've got left. I know I've probably got some, but it's an 89-day season. So it's going to take a while,
Yeah.
but it'll be that late flesh, which could be good for that late summer, early fall sweet corn.
Boy, you can just taste that sweet corn on the cob along about July, can't you?
Yeah, it's good.
Or put it up for this coming winter.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I know Becky talked to a couple customers. I don't remember if it was the ambrosia or the incredible. It might not have been either of those, but one of them was really good put up. It stored really well, and it was a really easy to put up, and retained its sweet flavor.
Fresh taste.
Yeah.
Talk to Becky; she'll remember. Right?
She will.
Yeah.
I'm sure she will.
Okay.
So, the other thing we've got is some parthenocarpic cucumbers.
Are you familiar with those, Brent?
No, and I'm not going to try to pronounce it.
I'm not either.
I'll let Logan do that.
So
Nice job.
So I'm sure everybody's aware that the birds and the bees are what pollinate fruit. That's what that's how it all starts.
Right.
These particular cucumbers don't require pollination to set fruit.
I'm confused. Was it a manipulation of something?
I really don't know.
Okay.
It's got a fancy name,
Yeah, sounds kind of complicated.
So it's essentially a self-pollinating variety of cucumbers, which is nice. Maybe you've got some bugs that you don't particularly care for. Well, you got to be careful on some of them because bugs is how a lot of stuff gets pollinated. So if you get rid of those bugs and you have poor fruit set because it doesn't get the pollination that it needs, this variety, it's called Lagos, does not need that.
Okay.
It takes care of it all on its own.
It's pretty cool, but it's kind of you're right that we sometimes we look at those insects and think, oh, they're messing things up, but really some of them are the reason you bear fruit, right?
Exactly. That's just it.
These you don't have to worry about.
No, these don't need insect pollination. They can pollinate themselves. So they're also a 43-day. So they're a very, very, very short growing season before you have slicing cucumbers. So keep those in mind.
All right.
And then we've also got the good old standby sugar snap peas, as well as some of the shelling, like a shelling pea.
Yep.
So we've got a good supply of those. We've also got some lettuce, spinach, zucchini, which the zucchini, I don't know why we put more than one seed in a package, because really all you need is one seed, and that will feed
Everyone.
That will feed the neighborhood.
Yeah.
You're right.
So, Brent, I suggest you probably come in and maybe get one to plant in Dave's garden for him.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. I thought maybe I'd plant a bunch.
Oh, yeah, absolutely
Yeah.
can. I'd probably help you on that.
Take over his backyard with zucchini.
There you go.
Jeez. Well, they can do it.
Yes, they can.
Boy,
They can be very prolific.
They really are.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and then of course we've got the pumpkins and squash and gourds, and the other thing that we've got is green beans.
Yes.
Most everybody loves fresh green beans.
Mhm.
Yes. So green beans you can eat them a bajillion different ways.
Yeah.
Pickled green beans, I love. They're absolutely delicious. I also like, just saute them in a pan with a little bit of bacon. Those are real good. Or, you cook them, you boil them, do whatever. They're just
A little cheese on them.
yeah,
Yeah.
cheesy green beans. There is nothing better than
They're
that.
really good.
So, that being said, we have jade green beans. And if you've never tried jade green beans before, they are probably the top producer as far as amount that you're going to get off of them. But they're a continuous set. So they'll produce fruit or produce beans the whole season,
The whole time.
the
So
whole
you don't-
time.
So you're not really. There's no break.
No.
Yeah.
So you'll be picking green beans while it's still blooming. So as you're picking them when it's blooming, that's another flush of fruit coming on.
No kidding.
And I mean, it's continuous. It's kind of like tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain varieties of tomatoes out there that they just produce and produce and produce.
Keep on going.
Yep.
That will make a lot of nice green bean packages in the freezer.
It will. So I planted just a small row of jades the past couple years, and I'm talking like maybe a 10-foot row, maybe. That might be pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I got one full 5-gallon bucket of fruit off of that.
Gosh.
I mean, it was. There's so many beans to a plant. It's insane.
It's fantastic.
It is. The really cool thing with them though is they've got really straight pods. You know, some of the other varieties out there will curl up on you and just kind of makes it a pain.
Mm-hmm.
The jades, they stay nice and straight.
Easier to pick.
Way easier to pick. They're a little bit taller, so you don't have to bend down quite as far.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but the fruit, I would say the beans on average are probably 6 inches. So they're pretty good.
Boy, you've made us want to get in there and dig around the garden and then actually sit down and eat some sweet corn and some green beans. But we can't be able to do that unless we plant it, right?
Exactly. You know, and like I said, it's kind of on the early side of things, but with the supply chain disruptions we're seeing, if it's something that you might want, just get it now, because I honestly don't know if I'll be able to get more.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said earlier, we're still waiting on some of our original order that I placed back in January.
Okay.
So
It's kind of the story, isn't it?
It's kind of luck of the draw, really.
Okay.
But we can do our best to get you covered.
All right, stop into Arrow Seed in Broken Bow Monday through Saturday. What are your hours again, Logan?
8 to 5:30 through the week,
Mm-hmm.
and then Saturdays we're there 8 to noon.
Okay. We're out of time, but I am going to just note I'm surprised there wasn't a turnip joke in there somewhere.
No, I don't really have any good turnip jokes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Maybe next time.
maybe if you're lucky. I will say, for those of you wondering about potatoes and onions, it'll probably still be a couple weeks yet.
Okay.
Or not a couple weeks, sometime within the next couple weeks. Where we get them from, they need to have at least 3 days in transit of no freezing weather.
Okay.
So if they would have been on the road yesterday, we would have got a lot of bags of mush.
Yeah, it was 16 yesterday morning, so yeah.
So just please be patient. You know, hopefully we'll have them here by Good Friday. That's the old adage, is you got to have your potatoes planted by Good Friday. There's still time. There's still a couple weeks before Good Friday.
Okay.
So hopefully we will get them in and you can get them planted.
All right. Thanks, Logan.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Arrow Seed in Broken Bow, as you heard, open 6 days a week, downtown Broken Bow. Been serving the area for many, many years. And as you heard, Logan, get your seeds now.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show
My day starts right.
with Dave and Brent.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report.
Українці, українки.
Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky will address the UN Security Council virtually today amid growing evidence Russian troops slaughtered hundreds of civilians in a town outside Kyiv. UN Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg calls the brutality in Bucha unbearable. CBS's Deborah Patta was there.
I've covered many conflict zones and witnessed some of the most brutal atrocities of this century. And frankly, what I saw in Bucha is among some of the worst I've seen. I personally saw evidence of war crimes, and these stories can't be staged.
UN Migration Agency estimates more than 11 million Ukrainians have fled their homes since Russia invaded. U.S. Ambassador Linda Thomas Greenfield.
We cannot let a member state that is subverting every principle we hold dear to continue to sit on the UN Human Rights Council.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. A judge has sentenced a Tecumseh State Prison inmate for an attack on a criminal caseworker. Deputy Johnson County Attorney Benjamin Beath says Tyler Simmons was sentenced Monday by District Judge Rick Schreiner in Johnson County District Court. Simmons received a sentence of 10 to 15 years incarceration on a count of second-degree assault. On October 29th of 2020, Simmons assaulted Tecumseh State Prison caseworker Becky Bowling after ignoring orders. The sentence is to be served consecutive to sentences Simmons is currently serving. Simmons had been serving a 4-year prison term on convictions from Douglas and Lancaster counties. He was serving time for being an accessory to attempted first-degree assault, 2 felony counts of theft by shoplifting, and third-degree assault. Prior to his new sentence issued Monday, Simmons' projected release date was April 16th of 2023. The Nebraska State Patrol made multiple arrests over the weekend, including 2 for alleged fights with troopers. Authorities said that on Saturday around 7:20 p.m., a trooper observed a Chevrolet Impala failing to yield the right-of-way as it exited Interstate 80 and began heading north on Highway 2. Officials said the trooper attempted a traffic stop, but the driver refused to yield and accelerated. The trooper then initiated a pursuit. NSP said the vehicle turned west onto County Road, where the driver lost control and entered the ditch. Both occupants then fled on foot. Authorities said that the trooper was able to catch up to the driver quickly, but the driver reportedly started to fight the trooper. Officials said that after a struggle, the trooper was able to gain control of the driver and place him into custody. NSP said that during the struggle, the passenger returned to the vehicle, took a backpack, and then fled on foot. The passenger was found shortly afterward and then taken into custody without further incident. Authorities said that the troopers found unknown pills, marijuana, a knife, and drug paraphernalia in the backpack. Officials said the driver, 23-year-old Dylan Valdez of Ashland, and the passenger, 31-year-old Logan Korb of Omaha, were both lodged in Hamilton County Jail for numerous offenses. NSP said that on Sunday around 4:30 p.m., a trooper observed a Honda Accord driving in reverse on 13th Street just south of I-80 in Omaha. Authorities said that the trooper initiated a traffic stop when the vehicle pulled into a parking lot. NSP officials said that during the traffic stop, the trooper detected the odor of marijuana coming from inside the vehicle. Officials said that the trooper then asked the driver to exit the vehicle in order to perform a search of the vehicle, and at that time, the driver allegedly started fighting the trooper and attempted to flee on foot. Authorities said that another trooper arrived on the scene moments later, and the suspect was taken into custody. NSP said that the troopers found approximately 2 pounds of marijuana, THC edibles, and drug paraphernalia in the vehicle. Officials said that the driver, 24-year-old Alec Cohen of Omaha, was arrested for assault on an officer, obstructing a peace officer, resisting arrest, possession of marijuana more than 1 pound, possession with intent to deliver, no operator's license, and other charges. Cohen was lodged in Douglas County Jail.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In the national championship in men's college basketball, number 1 seed Kansas beats 8th seed North Carolina by 3 points, 72-69, but the Jayhawks were down by as many as 16 points in this when they were down by 15 at the half, then outscored the Tar Heels 47-29 in the second half. It's the biggest comeback in title game history. Christian Braun, 12 points, 12 rebounds. David McCormick, 15 points, 10 boards in the win for the Jayhawks. They win their 4th national title and their 2nd under head coach Bill Self.
To win when your team had to fight and come back the way they did and show that much grit makes this one off the charts. I thought this would be good, and this is a heck of a lot better than I thought it would be.
News from the NFL, where the Saints and Eagles exchanged 9 draft picks in a deal that results in New Orleans with 2 selections in the first 19 picks of this year's draft and 3 picks in the first 50 selections.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A high wind warning goes into effect on Wednesday coming up. First for today, look for partial sunshine at times with high temperatures into the lower 60s. Lower winds turning to the northwest, increasing to 20 to 30. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, still on the windy side, a low of 34. Wednesday, slight chance for an afternoon shower developing, very windy conditions, high 53. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
44 degrees outside, mostly cloudy. Winds have backed down a bit for the time being, but they will be a factor today, as you just heard. Barometric pressure is falling now at 29.44, humidity at 76%. High yesterday was 66, an overnight low of 44. A trace of precipitation this morning due to some sprinkles early this morning, but it just didn't keep going. That's a look at the weather. We're going to Chapin's Furniture right after these words.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
This week at Bo Bootery, stop in and get entered for our drawing for a free pair of Clark's flip-flops. We have them in many awesome colors and styles. They're very comfortable, and some even have sunflowers, watermelons, cherries, or anchors on them. Comfort and fun, the perfect combo. Come register for a free pair at Bo Bootery on the square in Broken Bow. Proud to be your home-owned shoe store.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio.
That is true. 8:14. Brent, would you introduce our next segment?
Well, yeah, I think we're going live to Chapin's Furniture. Jeremy Shipe is there. We're going to be not only listening to the remote, but if you would like to see what is happening at Chapin's, we encourage you to go to Sandhills Express Facebook. We're also doing it on the YouTube page and on Twitter as well. So it's a live Facebook event as well as a live radio event as we take you live to Chapin's.
Here's Jeremy.
All right, thank you very much, Dave. Yes, we are on the square in Broken Bow, and we're going to be talking all things Chapin's and Square One Boutique.
Absolutely.
And we've got Lola here, and we're going to be talking about spring, and we're going to be talking about new items. We're going to be talking about food. We might talk about some of your food items when we walk by. And sales.
Absolutely.
Which are always good.
Right,
so,
right.
Right off the top, Lola, what do you want to talk about as far as your sale that's going on right now to let everyone know about?
Well, I think one of the things I wanted to tell was that, spring, we think it's almost here. We think it's here. But I came up with this plan of spring is busting out all over because it is time. And, of course, as I told you earlier, I could break into song at any given moment. Anyway, so I have tons of new spring merchandise. And it's just crying to go to somebody's home.
Okay.
It's just somebody's closet. So we decided that this week, as opposed to just a 2 or 3 day sale, we're going to do it all week. Our spring is busting out all over. 20% off of all new spring apparel. So that's really quite, as you can see, looking across the floor, that's quite a bit of merchandise to choose from.
Yes.
So that's kind of the essence of it. We've got a lot of new jeans, new sweaters, new blouses, new shirts, new everything, and lots of colors. As you can see, this beautiful pink. There's a little turquoise behind it. Lots and lots of things to choose from. So that's kind of where we are with this right now.
All right, yeah,
so
and everywhere,
that's what we're gonna do.
Everywhere I look over here, there's a different tag for spring. And
there is, right.
So that would indicate to me that rack is included in the sale,
well, and
right?
all of them are, but it's kind of hard. I don't have the correct brackets to put a sign on every rack. So, and our area is small enough that we can say, these are all 20% off. Mm-hmm. So, and that includes, I've got a lot of new jeans, new different lengths, different washes, denim washes. So, and they're all included in this sale, which is a great thing. So anyway, that's kind of where we wanted to go today. And as Christy's panning across, you can really see what a selection I have. But in addition to that, we have got so many other new things in the store that I just wanted to cover because it really, it's hard. People come in and they say, oh, you've got a lot in here. Well, yeah, we do. but you don't want to bear floor space either.
Yeah, exactly. Well, where do we want to
I think
start at?
And I don't know, I could pick out some really choice things. This sweater I put on today.
I saw that. That's on a rack in here.
It is on the rack over here. It is, and I'm going to walk over here, Christy, and I'll show you the other really fun one that I couldn't decide which one I wanted to wear, whether it was that one or this one.
Oh, that's a good
because
spring.
this is really fun. Isn't
Anything
that fun?
with sunglasses on it is good for spring.
Absolutely. Because I don't know what she can see through those sunglasses, but it is pretty cute. And then I've got another one that's in this same company, and it is this one.
Oh, that's a good 4th of July one.
Great, yeah. And people buy them for Memorial Day. They buy 4th of July for a lot of different things. So these are really cute. I'm just going to plop that back there. But as you can see, I've got jackets. I've got tons of dresses. And so I think this is going to be perfect for Mother's Day, for graduation. Easter is coming. And there are so many functions in the spring that you need something for.
Mm-hmm.
And in addition to the dresses, then I've got little cover-ups for them. Here is one here. Here's another one that you take this wonderful dress. Chrissy, can you see that? And then you put this little green shrug on it. So a lot of gals don't like to have their arms showing.
Sure.
And so this gives it just a little bit of cover. And you still have this darling dress. So, and some of them are knee length, some of them are ankle length. So a lot of things to choose from. So anyway, that's kind of that area. The other thing I've got, which those got left there, lots of trousers, and they're like easy wear, pull-ons, knits.
Mm-hmm.
I really do want the women of the community and younger gals, but I really want them to know that I did buy with them in mind. This is another really fun thing. This cute long skirt. Chrissy, can you see that? And it's long.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that fun? And then it's got a little denim vest that you can wear with it, so you're covered up.
Sure.
But it is cute. And it's got easy wear elastic waist, so it'll fit a lot of bodies that way. So, and all of these things are 20% off.
Yeah.
And like I said, they're brand new in the store. It's not that we have left over.
And spring's barely even started yet, and you've already got it on sale.
I know. What a deal. I must be crazy.
And we're just kind of in an ocean of racks
things,
here.
Yeah, of hangers and garments, yeah.
Folks, come in and check this out, and if you're listening on the radio, make sure you go and watch the Facebook video. It's on Sandhills Express on Facebook, and the full replay will be up after we are done being live this morning, so you can check it out. But a video can only do so much justice. You got to come in the store.
Right, they do have to come in and just see what's available. Now I think we're going to walk over here, Jeremy.
Okay, cruise on over to the other side.
Cruise over here to this area because we've got lots of jewelry. Not lots of jewelry, but we have a nice selection of jewelry. And then I've got some new coming in. So today only, you're with your when you come in, if you come in today, all of the jewelry would be 25% off.
Okay.
Because I've got new coming, and it's just wonderful.
Got to make some room.
Got to make some rooms, which you always have to do.
Yep.
And we've got lotions. This Windrift Hill, we're waiting for an order right now. The Ghost Milk, we have carried this line for years, but it's just such a great product. And so it makes a good pickup. The soaps, the lip balm, all of that.
Well, if we know anything about the weather right now, your hands are screaming for mercy.
I know my hands are not presentable, and I hate it, but they are. They're just not. So then when we walk over here, we have a couple of new candle lines. These are they call them Milk House candles, and they're soy. They're clean burning. You don't get the smoke.
Okay.
Lots of fragrances, and then in addition, they have the little melters like the Sensi's, I guess is what is that little brand.
So if you have a melter, you can put those right in.
You can put these in it. Yes, I have one at home. I have the sweet tobacco leaves in my kitchen. It's wonderful. They're real subtle but nice. And all of these candles, lots of different scents, I would say. Here is rose water. Here's coffee break, rosemary.
Ooh, salted pretzel.
Salted pretzel, yeah. Yeah. So they're great. A good gift. They're a great I had a gal in the other day. She said, I just need something spring in my house. So she bought one of these. She got rid of her Christmas candles, and but it's what we all need to do.
Nice.
Yeah, this is another line, and it's called Calm, the Calm Company, and it's another. It's not expensive. I mean, they're expensive, but the packaging is just beautiful.
Yeah, it
so
looks nice.
Even if you wanted to give a guy a gift, and sometimes people don't burn candles, but a lot of times, if you just set them on the counter, on your desk, they do emit a lot of scent. So, other candles, we've got a lot of candles. When you just walk around here, you can see just different things. Himalayan, we've carried these for years, and we just keep selling them, so that must be all right.
Yeah.
But people do, they just burn, they burn them for a couple of hours, and then they move them to another room, can bring something else in.
These are cool looking.
The containers.
Containers that are.
Yeah, aren't they fun?
Too.
Campfire, sunlight in the forest. So these are getting ready for spring and summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lots of different candle choices, which are always good. With the seasons, you change kind of your decoration, but you can change your scent too.
You can change your scent. For summer, people like it a little lighter. Like of course, the salted pretzel, that would be good anytime.
Uh-huh.
This is another new line we have. These are the bath salts, and this is the milk bath. These bath salts are wonderful if you've been working out. Logan Gerardin, I'll call him about these, I heard. If you've been working out and, you're just achy, then you do it's an Epsom salts, actually, is what it is. But it's Epsom salts, and then it's got some other little flower things and to make it bergamot and rose petal. There you go. Nice. And then this one has red salt in it. But then they've got the lotion to go with, and they're just it's a great line. Pretty, it makes a nice gift.
Yeah.
For a lot of things. Is the best thing about it.
Great.
When we're walking.
Well, and you got furniture too.
We have. We're just headed that direction. We are headed that direction. When we come back, I'll show you the snap. When we're walking around the store, we finally got a few pieces of furniture in.
And I know it's been hard.
Oh, it's been horrible. And, it's like, how do you stay in business when you can't get merchandise? Mm-hmm. But we finally got some furniture in, and it's absolutely beautiful. In addition to the new furniture, we've got many, many new pictures. I don't know if you can see. Connie posted the picture of the bale just on our Facebook page, and we had some people from Colorado called, and they wanted, we didn't even have it yet. Yeah. But it was something that we had ordered and taken some pictures at market. So you just look around, the picture over there of I think they're not Himalayan cattle. Highlanders. Yes, thank you, Christy. The Highlanders and the baby. We had 2 more pictures of those, and of different ones, and we've already sold those. And then we've got the cow in the chair over there.
On the chair, on the couch.
Mm-hmm. But those are just fun. They're new, and we're just so happy to have something new, good colors. We've got a few new pillows.
Well, there's a lot of different styles here, because everyone's got a different taste for decorating. And
they do.
From the chairs you sit on to the pillows you put on it and the table you put next to it. There's lots of different styles that you have here in this space.
You can have just this old wooden chair here, and that little wooden table, or you can get over there and have a lovely glass top table wherever it is. I don't know. We have a lot of different things, but and of course, we still do a lot of bedding. We have had this Spring Airline for probably 15 years. I don't know. It's been 15 years since our fire. I'm going to remind everybody of that, April 1st.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, that's over, but we still do bedding. We probably carry this line for 10 years, and it's a great line. And so, if they're needing bedding, if they need a new mattress for the company coming in for the holiday, there you go. Graduation and Easter. Also, then, another new line is this little group right here of wall decor, these little plaques and whatever. And they're just just fresh, and they're pretty. Have the horse's tail. And when life gives you rainy days, just jump in the puddles, and I love that. So
usually you can just find a place to put sayings like this on the wall. You've always got a blank wall somewhere.
Just a little, a corner.
Yep.
And so then when you turn around, here you go. We've got a couple. These are called butterfly chairs.
Are those made out of cowhide?
This one is cowhide. This one, it is hide, but it's I think it's like maybe a split cowhide. I'm not even sure.
Oh.
Whatever the fabric they said on it, I didn't recognize it, and then I wouldn't know anyway because I forget. But this one is a heron.
Okay.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Jeremy, I don't know if you could get into that. I'm not sure we could get you out of that. You're
Yeah,
pretty tall.
I could sit down in it.
You could. It's just great. Yeah. And
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
They're really
Yeah, it is comfortable.
Yeah, you look good.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a snap of that, Christy.
Well, there's one more item that you mentioned when we came
Yes,
in that we want to look at real quick before we close.
Before we close.
We're getting there. We're getting close.
This is a new item that we got in, and we thought it was great because in your office, people come in all the time, and but when they come in, this is a hand sanitizer, and you just, this is the box, but you just run your hand over it, and then it'll give you a little spray of hand sanitizer.
Spritz.
Yes, a little spritz, and it smells good. It's not like,
well, if I know anything about hand sanitizer, when I put it on, I usually put way too much in my hands.
I know, and then your hands are just, of course,
and then it goes back to the lotion. You dry your hands out. It's a hard
you can't
middle
get
ground to
it.
get
right, here. Right. But that's going to be a great gift for like somebody for their office. Yeah. I think be great on everybody's desk.
Or even at home.
At home, yeah. Have it there on the kitchen counter because forever, you're doing something in your hands. It's just
and
the
it
way
runs
our
on
life is.
Batteries. It looks like
it is charged by your UV port.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's rechargeable. Here's the little plug-in.
Cool.
Yeah, wherever that is, I can't. Yeah, the plug-in's right there.
It's got a little mood light to it too.
It does a little, and then
dark.
and as it's charging, then the red flashes, so it's charging. But it's just, we think it's going to be a great gift.
And then if you need refills and things for that,
I
have
refills for that, and they just come in a little bottle looks like a little ink bottle.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so.
And that's called Snap.
Snap, yes, and I have them right behind Christy on the shelf over there.
Cool.
So, right.
Well, lots of great things for spring.
Lots of great things, and and then if they just need a pickup, they want a little gift for somebody, we've got great Matty Sweet Shop candies. These are cookies. They're wonderful. And then these are a little mug. You put this in a mug with 3 tablespoons of water, put it in your microwave for 90 seconds, let it set, stir it up, let it set for 2 minutes.
Oh.
And then you take it out and you put ice cream on it.
Oh, wow.
But these
that
are
sounds
good.
like a good snack.
So those are, we've had people buy those. They were going to send maybe a card or something to their grandkids or whatever. Stick one in a card.
Cool.
So those are cute. Lots and lots of fun things here. I mean, it's just so hard. They really just have to come in and see what's available.
Yep.
It's just all there is to it. And I do want to have people remember our Bon Air greeting cards, because we have sold a lot of them, and they're really a nice card.
Okay.
And they're inexpensive.
Yep. Got to put a card with your gift too.
Yes, you do. So, I don't know. We just need people to come in. We've got so many things, and I get excited about it. But if you weren't excited about your merchandise, why would you be here?
Yeah, got to be excited about it.
Absolutely.
And, come in and see it in person, folks.
Right.
20% off in the Square One boutique with all of the spring items.
All the new.
I saw even maybe a clearance rack back there for winter items.
Winter clearance.
So you can check that out while you're here. There's all these food items, the new furniture we talked about, the Snap automatic hand sanitizer, all kinds of things going on at Chapin's.
All kinds of things going on at Chapin's.
All right. Can't miss it right here on the square.
Yes. Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks, Lola.
Yeah, it's good to see you.
All right, folks. Come and check out everything at Chapin's here on the square in Broken Bow. And if you are listening on the radio, go and check out the replay on Facebook Live. We'll send it back to you, Dave and Brent.
Stay up to date on your bank accounts no matter where your schedule takes you. Sign up for mobile or online banking with Bruning Bank to keep track of your accounts anywhere, anytime. At home, the gym, grocery store, day or night. Deposit checks, transfer between accounts, view transactions, and check balances. Set up bill pay so you never forget to pay a bill ever again. Ready to simplify your life? Download the app or visit bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Whether you stay home or travel to see your family doctor or specialist, there's a couple of questions you'll likely be asked. One of those would be your list of medications you're currently taking. The other, who is your pharmacy? If you expect personal service and attention to detail, your answer should be Barney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Barney's pharmacy staff members likely know you and your family. If not, they'll take the time necessary to become a friend that you can trust and talk to. Health Mart, caring for you and about you. Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. It's 8:32. As we continue, we promised you a lively show today, and I think we've already accomplished that, but we have more to talk about. The feeds, I'm going to get this right, the feeds need, which is taking place at Runs around the area, and Brian Palmer's here to tell us about it. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good, good. I mentioned this the other day when I saw you, and I just wanted to mention again. Your son does run pretty fast. I just want you to know that. He looks quick on TV.
Well, yeah, TV ads about 10 mile an hour. What is that, 10 pounds? It's something, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Usually weight, but in this case, speed.
He can run a little bit, you bet.
Yeah, it was good to see him play. It was fun to watch him on TV.
I agree.
Yeah, on the Nebraska baseball team, and we'll follow that. Today, though, we want to talk about helping folks out, and Runza is doing that. Kind of explain that, if you would.
Yeah, so this is the 5th year that Runza, I say Runza National, Runza as an organization has done a fundraising campaign that they call Feeds the Need. It's an attempt to help with childhood hunger issues. The statement that Runza puts out is that 1 in 6 kids in our area, so the Nebraska area, and that's going to take Omaha and Lincoln into consideration as well. I'd hope we're doing a little bit better than that out here. But they say that 1 in 6 kids are not quite sure where their next meal is coming from. We'd all like that number to be 0 out of 100 kids, So Runza thought they would get behind a campaign once a year and help out with the situation. So this is the 5th year that they've done it. And what's going to happen is that at all 86 Runza locations today, 10% of the sales are going to go back to local food banks for child feeding. There's a couple things here that are just no fluff. I mean, there's a lot of places that donate money to. Runza is going to take 10% of the sales and goes right to local things. There's no administration group out of New York or somewhere running this and taking their cut. Put it in perspective, the last 4 years, that's put about $2,000 into Custer County's food bank.
4,000.
About $2,000.
2,000.
Yep, in the last 4 years.
Oh wow.
That's direct money. We it's not in kind, it's not used food, it's $2,000 that they go buy needed food with. So the message here that Runs is putting out is we appreciate the people that help us feed ourselves and our employees, and we want to do our part as well. So bottom line, we don't need to convince people to come eat at our restaurant, but we're going to give you a little extra incentive today. Just know that 10% of everything you spend today is going to end up right back here in Custer County at the local food bank.
All right, that's fantastic. And you're right, you don't have to convince people that they're going to get a good meal when they come to Runs, or whatever their favorite is and whatever they like to have. But it's nice to know that while they're enjoying the meal, they're giving back the community through your generosity. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it comes back to Runs the National and Kevin and Joyce. Kevin and Joyce have also decided to go, as they normally do, above and beyond. They don't like to be outdone by even a huge corporation. So, the 10% is an all dine-in, order ahead on the app, and drive-through meals, as well as gift card sales. Kevin and Joyce are going to do an additional 10% on all gift card sales today. So, we talked about this a lot around Christmas time, which is a good time for stocking stuffers with gift cards. But you and I well know kids eat all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Eat out quite a bit. Yeah. So we're going to, gift cards are an additional 10% back to the cause today. So, and that's only good at the Broken Bow location. So, again, this is a company-wide effort. All 86 stores are behind this, and we're going to be super busy because of it today. And this is just another way that Kevin and Joyce want to give back to the Custer County and Broken Bow area.
I think it's neat how you keep it local, too, because you mentioned that all Runza restaurants are doing this.
Yes.
But rather than just take all the money from all Runzas and just donate it to like one place, what's going to happen here in Broken Bow is it stays local, and I think that's pretty neat.
Absolutely. It's that's what you get when you get a Nebraska-based company with homegrown folks.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I think you're right. No argument there. That's what it's all about. So once they are able to get into the drive-through or into the restaurant or get the app going, you got 10% going to the food pantry and an additional 10% on the gift cards.
Absolutely. Another couple things here while we're on the app. We've got quite a few people that have the app here in Broken Bow or the community. There's some things I would encourage people to definitely look at this app for. We've got, when you have an order of $50, $60 and we appreciate it and they come through the drive-through, well, it takes a little bit longer time to make that food. We do a lot of freshness. We don't have 100 burgers laying on the grill. And so one area that app really helps out everybody time-wise, yourself with the wait, us with the preparation, is you can get on the app and order your food for in-dining room pickup. It doesn't work to pick it up through the drive-through, but you're feeding the family on a Sunday afternoon. Download that app. It's free. It's easy to use. I can use it. I can use this app. It's amazing. It's that easy. Order your meal. You can save favorites in there. You can repeat orders. But you order, you put in a pickup time, and you come in, and we've got a station dedicated to pick up orders. You pay with a credit card on your phone or debit card, however you want to do that. Very simple and much more time effective. I know you got to get out of your car and come in and get it, but it sure delays or doesn't keep that drive-through delay going for yourself to get the big order done. Other thing, Runza has a deep tie to the University of Nebraska. I don't know if you've ever been to a football game. You can buy a Runza. Been that way forever. Even when the student union decided to boot Runza out of the restaurant commons there, Runza came back with amazing comments, if you will. They're still dedicated to the University of Nebraska, always will be. So we have in football season, there's an app. When the Huskers win, there's a free Runza hamburger. There's also a baseball series right now, or rewards, if you will. Anytime the Huskers win a series, there's a free hamburger following 3 days after the weekend. So Nebraska did win their first series of the year. They tied one, but they won their first series of the year this year weekend against Ohio State. So, like, if I log into my app right now, one of my rewards is a free hamburger with the purchase of medium fry and medium drink.
Gosh,
I was going to bring that. I was going to ask you about that because I just want to show you. A couple of weeks ago, I finally did it. Where's it at? Right there, Runza. Let me bring Runza app. I've got it on my phone.
It's true, folks.
And it's
true.
It sent me like an alert about the special.
Yes.
With Nebraska winning the series.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, take advantage of that.
Absolutely.
Do you have to order through the app to take advantage of that?
You do not.
Okay, that was my question.
You do not. No.
Okay.
Wow.
Just
come in. We have scanners at each of the front registers and in the drive-through, and if you order a double cheeseburger and use that discount, it's just going to discount at the hamburger price. So you can get more than a hamburger. There's just going to be an upcharge for cheese, bacon, double, whatever your flavor suits.
Nice.
So,
all right.
Speaking of double cheeseburgers, do you have the app yet?
No, I don't. But I'm a double cheeseburger guy. You know that.
Whoops. I know you guys are busy here. Just want to touch on a few more things while I have you here. We have started a hiring bonus. We have, depending on the hours and your availability, experience, some of those things, a $200 to $500 hiring bonus for new employees. Again, I think I've been saying this since June, but use some help.
Yep.
Quality candidates are always welcome. As long as I'm there, we'll always look for quality applicants that fit the Runza profile, which is a smile on your face and hard work, a little bit of fun along the way. So encourage people to come in through that. We do have the fish sandwich on the menu through Easter, the Lenten Easter season. We do have a couple pots of chili left. And
All right.
That'll end the soup season here coming soon.
Better get some.
We do
So
have
is
some,
it possible to still get one more chili cheese pig tomorrow?
It could happen.
Could happen?
Unless they sell out of the chili today.
I might have to sneak in
Should've
tomorrow
got
and
two
just
last
find
week.
out. Yeah.
All right.
For those of our listeners up north, Kevin and Joe, I don't know when they sleep, but anyways, first Thursday every month, Kevin goes to Ainsworth to the red and white market up there, and sells Runzas out of the supermarket up there. So that's coming up here the day after tomorrow. We really love those days because Kevin gets home early, and that's never good news for us. That means he's sold out too soon. So we get to build more and more Runzas
Every time.
So, yeah. And so just a reminder that another availability for area that doesn't have a brick and mortar store, that we can get some Runzas up your way.
All right, sounds good. I bet they appreciate that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think last week one of our employees got a call that they were out of Runzas by 5 after 12.
Oh my gosh.
So, or last month, excuse me.
Yeah. All right. A lot of things you covered there that are all good for your customers out there today. Kind of, if you would recap what's going on today real quick, we'd appreciate it.
Thank you. The Feeds the Need food drive, or donation drive, if you will, fund drive. 10% of all sales from all of our orders are going to the local food pantry or food bank here. I'm not familiar with how that's set up here, but blame my newness to the community on that. And 20% of all gift card sales will go to the local Custer County Food Bank.
Nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Keep the baseball team winning those series, all right?
Go Big Red.
All right, there you go. We'll take a quick time out with these words.
Geared for Sports on the west side of the square in Broken Bow is there for you when you're gearing up for your sports endeavors. They have you covered for spring and summer, and from head to toe if you need it for track, baseball, or softball. Don't see what you're searching for? Make sure you talk to Scott. He'll do what he can to get it for you. Geared for Sports, always ready to go the extra distance for their customers. West side of the square in Broken Bow.
Get the used equipment you need now. Purple Wave Auction sells hundreds of pieces of heavy equipment each week at no reserve auction. Items are selling in your area now. Bidding is simple. Visit purplewave.com to get started. Purple Wave Auction. Straight, simple, sold.
You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Once again, we promised you a lively show today. Yet to come, we have Mark Stock. We have him set up for a little bit later on today due to the fact that we have so many things to talk about and learn about, and our next guest is going to enlighten us, and I know you guys are buddies, so Brent, just tear into it, and let's get going and talking about, I think it's a bit of a surprise. I think people are going to be a little surprised about who is writing books these days. Pull that mic down, sir, so we can hear you, and just get it nice and close to you, and Brent Amperson, take it away.
John Hunt, how are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks, Brent.
You know, first off, can we talk about this? Do you see what he brought, Bernie? We did, I don't know when this would have been.
That was 1986, or 96.
96?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Dave and Brent went out with John to Sherman.
Yeah.
And you took us fishing.
Mm-hmm.
We did a remote, kind of recorded a remote live on your boat while we were fishing, and you brought in a picture of that day. We caught, I think, Dave's holding a crappie, and I want to say that was a master angler crappie, was it not?
It was close.
It was close, and John showed us how to fillet catfish that night.
Yes.
Because we had some cats that were nice size we took in.
And I don't. Can you see this on Facebook? Look how. Whoops, sorry, Dave.
There we go.
If you're watching on Facebook, look at how young Dave and Brent are.
Oh
in
my
that
goodness, that's crazy.
Oh my goodness.
That was fun though. I still
that was
remember
fun.
it, like
Yeah.
yesterday.
And you still do your guiding stuff,
Yes,
don't you, John?
Yes.
Okay.
I do more deer guiding than I do
Yeah.
fish guiding now, but I still do some of the fish guiding. Yes.
Well, I'm sure we'll talk about that a little bit here as we go through the next few minutes. But I know the main thing you want to talk about is you've written a book. Now,
Yeah, believe it or not, yes.
please don't take this the wrong way, all right? Because you and I have known each other for a long, long time.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest, maybe one of the last people I ever thought would sit down and write a book would be John Hunt. So let's start there. What inspired you to kind of sit down and do this?
Well, this book actually started out as it was going to be a documentary that my son Mitchell was going to film about the Sandhills. And he decided to maybe do a docudrama just to make it a little more entertaining. And then we got to realizing how much it was going to cost to film this.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of evolved into a novel. And so I just started this about 5 years ago and finally got it published.
Wow.
So
talk a little bit about the process of getting it published. I mean, for those of us who have never written a book, I would think that, I mean, obviously there's writing the book, but then there's the effort of trying to get it published. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, it was a very interesting experience. I thought writing the book would be, once I finished that, I was done. But publishing the book is quite a process.
Yeah.
And we actually self-published it with the help of Mitch through Amazon, through Kindle books, and so that made it even more difficult. A lot of editing. We had to run it through a lot of different editors, and we tried to catch everything, but there's probably still a few flaws in the book. So,
well, I have a feeling it came out real well. Talk a little bit about the book, if you would, kind of the concept of it, and kind of how it all came together.
Okay, what we did is we decided to make a story out of this. So we took a young man from Chicago, a 19-year-old young man from Chicago, and this guy represents anybody that comes to the Sandhills for the first time that have never been there. Through my guiding experiences, I've seen how people kind of are affected by the Sandhills after they've lived there a few days. And so what I've done is I've taken just a fictional character, and he actually discovers the Sandhills riding a bicycle.
Yeah.
So
wow.
he gets off a bicycle in Norfolk, Nebraska, off the Greyhound, and tours the Sandhills by bicycle. So the reader will learn a lot of things about the Sandhills through the eyes of this young man.
Yeah. You talk about the book is kind of based on experiences in the Sandhills. I'm sure you kind of mentioned it. A lot of those experiences, I'm guessing, kind of come from what you do with your guiding and things. Do some of the experiences even go back to your childhood a little bit? Or
yes, yeah. This young man, his name is Jack. Actually, he's kind of me in a way, in how I discovered the Sandhills. I didn't grow up in the Sandhills, but I remember canoeing the river, the Dismal River, back in 40 years ago, and learning, the beauty of that area that most people don't even realize exists in Nebraska. And so that kind of sparked a lot of interest and kind of got the ball rolling.
Are you willing to share maybe a couple of experiences that are in the book? That, I mean, I don't want you to give the book away to everybody. I mean, we want people to go read the book, but is there an experience or two in the book that was really kind of special to you?
Well, I have a chapter that's called Abnormalities, and it talks about some things that are out there that when I first saw them, I couldn't believe my eyes. For instance, one morning we saw a city floating in the sky. And it was so strange. And I took my binoculars and I could see the water tower, I could see elevators, I could see trees. And then all of a sudden it disappeared. Well, it was actually a mirage. I was looking at the town of Hemingford, which was 35 miles away. But the sun, early in the morning, the sun, it's called looming. The sun rays follow the shape of the earth, and it lifts up whatever is out there into the sky for just a few minutes. And, you know, that just was awe-inspiring to me. I thought, wow, this is something I'd like to share with other people.
Yeah. Well, I know how close you are as a family, and I'm guessing that your son and wife had a big part in helping put all of this together, did they not?
Yeah, the cover is all my son's doing. He actually took a picture of one of my favorite lakes up in the Sandhills. This is at the boat ramp. There's a big dead tree there. He took a picture of that, and then he photoshopped the skyline of Chicago in the background just to tie the two together. It's kind of just an image of what's going on in the book.
Yeah. Now I think, is it this week you're going to do a book signing?
Yes.
Aren't you? Tell us a little bit about that.
Thursday afternoon, evening, from 5 till 7 at the Broken Bow Library. My wife is going to make some cookies, and we're going to have coffee and tea. And we'll do a book signing. I will have books available there if somebody wants to buy a book, and they're $16. If you can't make it to the signing, we also have the books available at Frontier Family Pharmacy, and you can purchase them on Amazon.com.
Okay.
So
I assume if we go to Amazon.com, I think you can just kind of search, right, and just put in the title of the book,
right?
If I remember right.
Yep. Just type the title in, or the title and my name, and it'll pop up there for you.
And the title is Secret of the Sandhills.
Secrets of the Sandhills.
Secrets of the Sandhills.
Yes.
I think that we're going to play a song here in a minute. It's called Song of the Sandhills. How did the song come about? Because it's kind of in conjunction with the book, is it not?
Yes. A few years ago, we had a young man from Virginia that I guided deer hunting. He was about 22 years old at the time. And I found out through his father that he was a musician. And he just fell in love with the Sandhills. And he's been coming back ever since and hunting up at Halsey at the public land there at the forest. And he stopped by our house one day, and I was helping him butcher a deer that he'd shot with his bow and arrow. And he said, well, how can I repay you for all your help here? And I said, well, I hear you're a musician. Could you write a song about your experiences in the Sandhills? And he said, oh, I'd love to do that. So he wrote the song and recorded it, and he sent it to my son, Mitch. And Mitch actually put it to a video. It's on our website. We have a website called secretsofthesandhills.com. And if you click on that, you can actually watch the video with the song. So anyway, it's kind of a catchy tune that he did for us, and we've really been enjoying it.
Did you sing on the song?
No,
John? Oh.
no.
Okay.
I am not a musician.
But you are a writer.
I had to ask. Okay, so you've written a book, and I've talked to others. It's really surprising how many area people, Dave, we have who have written a book.
Well, a lot of them come from the Sandhills.
Exactly.
By the way.
You've kind of been bitten by the bug. Are we going to see more John Hunt books in the future? Or?
Well, it's possible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say no, but that one was about 5 years in the making, so it's possible.
Yeah. So you're an author now. You've written a book. You still do the guiding. You still carpenter?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
When do you sleep?
Oh, I find time to sleep.
I bet you do. Anything else you want to share? I mean, I think we've kind of talked about where they can get the book, right? And your book signing is later this week, right?
Yes, Thursday afternoon at the library. It's from 5 to 7
All right.
o'clock. So,
anything else you want to add that maybe we haven't touched on, John?
If I've talked to several people that have already purchased the book through Amazon. If you want to come, I will sign your book. Just bring your book and,
nice.
and come anyway, because I would love to meet you. I'd love to talk to you readers. So,
and I'm excited to read the book because I think those who do read it will be surprised what is out there in the Sandhills, even for those who have lived in the area for a very, very long time, if not their entire life. They might be finding something in this book that they didn't even know existed.
Yeah, the book is actually filled with all kinds of scientific facts, geography, just a lot of things that it could actually be used for a textbook about the Sandhills. So, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of things in there that people don't realize exists out there.
And as you describe the book, it sounds to me like, I mean, yeah, it may be a little fiction, but a lot of nonfiction in here too, right?
Well, I went against the laws of writing, and I took a fictional setting and I put it in a non-fictional, it's a fictional story and put it in a non-fictional setting.
Yeah.
So.
Great. Well, I'm excited to read the book, and we'll encourage everybody to come out and meet you when you do the book signing this week.
I would love to meet everybody that has purchased the book or wants to read it and talk with them.
Yeah. And I guess my next question is, when are the three of us going fishing again?
Whenever you're ready.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
We'll look a little different if we take a picture. Hey, John, hang with us. We're at the top of the hour, so we're going to run a little news. And then when we come back, we'll play that song. So if you don't mind hanging, we'll talk about the song just a little bit more and get it on the air this morning.
Sounds good.
And then we can, during the news, maybe work up a deal on a fishing trip.
All right.
News is next, but don't go away. The song's coming up.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Special Report. A woman in Kyiv sobs near Kyiv after finding the body of her husband, one of hundreds massacred in Bucha by Russian troops. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky expects to find evidence of additional atrocities nearby. He spoke through an interpreter.
There is already information that the number of victims of the occupiers may be higher in Bordyanka and some other liberated cities in many villages of the liberated districts of the Kyiv.
Correspondent Deborah Pata visited Bucha.
Defenseless civilians shot in the head with their hands bound. Residents taking their last ride. Mass graves filled with the bodies of nearly 300 executed people.
President Zelensky is scheduled to address the UN Security Council virtually next hour. NATO's Secretary General is warning Russian forces are regrouping now to home in on eastern Ukraine. CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monty Bolaños.
Kansas has been crowned the new 2022 NCAA champions after the biggest comeback in NCAA history. Down by 15 at the half, the Jayhawks rallied back to beat UNC 72-69, all led by Jayhawks' David McCormick, who recorded a double-double with 15 points and 10 rebounds, including the last 4 points for Kansas.
It was a big play, and it shows how much trust Coach and my teammates have in me. Coach called the play and said that we're going to throw it inside, and, we have trust in you and faith in you for you to deliver and get us a basket. And I really, I just prevailed and I made the basket happen. I appreciate them for allowing me to have that opportunity.
Out on the ice, the Maple Leafs knocked off the Lightning 6-2. Toronto star Austin Matthews had a hat trick to tie the franchise record for goals in a season with 54. And the Calgary Flames extended their lead in the Pacific Division with a 3-2 victory over the LA Kings. In NBA news, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are being listed as questionable for Tuesday's game against Phoenix.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A high wind warning goes into effect on Wednesday coming up. First for today, look for partial sunshine at times with high temperatures into the lower 60s. We'll have our winds turning to the northwest, increasing to 20 to 30. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, still on the windy side, a low of 34. Wednesday, slight chance for an afternoon shower developing, very windy conditions, high 53. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that's MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for health care can save the typical family $500 a month, and that's huge, but it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, you can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. 866-88-BIBLE. That's 866-88-BIBLE. 866-88-BIBLE.
Back live here on The Breakfast Show. During the break, we were talking about fishing, and we were talking about the book Secrets of the Sandhills, written by John Hunt. John's stayed with us here, and Brent and John are good buddies, and really enjoyed listening to you guys talk about how this book came together. John, it's a unique way to approach appreciating something really wonderful that we have just right up the road here. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a kind of a mysterious land, and a lot of people have tried to catch that mystique, and I tried to in this book, but it's still it's kind of beyond our comprehension. Yeah. Everything that's out there.
It's hard to photograph. I've been a photographer at one time in my life, and I always got a little frustrated because I would see the Sandhills so beautiful, especially in the spring when it's rolling green, and I just couldn't quite get that on film. It was film at the time. That gives you an idea how long ago it was, but it's really hard to capture what it looks like in real life, isn't it?
Yeah, I've always said that the pictures look too flat. You can't capture that rolling beauty on a photo, and then you can try to video it, and then you miss the smells of the fresh air and the aquatic smells around the lakes. You can't capture that with the video either. So
you can't taste that water that maybe you stop and get out of a tank either.
That's right.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Well, John, this is fantastic. I hope folks will stop and see you on Thursday of this week, right?
Yes.
Okay. 5 to 7 at the library.
Right.
And your wife's making cookies?
Yes.
Well,
Bonus.
I wouldn't miss that. All right. The song that was written in conjunction with this is called The Song of the Sandhills. And Jim explained, excuse me, it says Jim. Somehow you got changed to Jim this week.
That's fine.
John explained how this all came together. So let's take a listen here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show and see what it sounds like. Beautiful, don't you think, Brent?
Absolutely, yeah. Did a real nice job with it. And we were talking while the song was playing, and we mentioned it briefly, but I think we need to re-mention it. I think your son Mitch kind of put some pictures and things of the Sandhills to that music, and people can go to your website and see the video of this, right?
Right, yeah. If they want to watch the music video, just go to secretsofthesandhills.com on the internet, and it's right there on the website. Mitch took some of his better video that he has taken over the years in the Sandhills and added it to the song, and it turned out really, really nice.
I bet it did. I'm excited to go watch it.
Yeah. Come back and see us, would you?
Well, I appreciate it, guys. Had fun, and hope to see plenty of people at the library on Thursday evening.
Yeah.
All right.
And we hope that we're on your boat one of these days.
Yeah.
Well, you will definitely invited.
Can you just refer to me as Appleton one time before you leave?
Yeah, he's Brent has always been known as Appleton to me.
John has always called me Appleton, and I've always loved that. So
we'll take a quick time out. When we come back, Mark Stock will be with us, and then we have more guests in the lobby, so keep your dial set right here.
A message from Lieutenant Governor Mike Foley.
As your Lieutenant Governor, it's been an honor to fight for the values we care about. Charles W. Herbster is the candidate I trust.
Charles W. Herbster, a fifth-generation farmer and rancher.
Charles is solidly pro-life, is a man of faith and conviction. Charles is also a man of character and accomplishment, and he's willing to stand up and defend our values and defend our freedoms. Charles W. Herbster is the candidate I trust to take Nebraska to the next level.
Mike Foley is proud to endorse Charles W. Herbster for governor.
Charles W. Herbster is the candidate who will stand strong for our conservative principles. Charles is the conservative we need to lead our great state. I've been following this year's race for governor very closely. Charles W. Herbster is the best choice for Nebraska.
Paid for by Herbster for Nebraska.
And at this time on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, visiting with our good friend Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company. Well, Mark, we're in the month of April. The days just keep flying by, and I'm sure that you guys are staying busy as always.
Well, there's a lot of things going on, and BigIron.com is happy to help a lot of folks all across the country sell not only their machinery, but sell their land and their livestock. And today, folks, D&D Cattle Company out of Herman, Nebraska, they are using the Big Iron internet platform to sell 34 of their Red Angus and Angus bulls. They're located by Herman, Nebraska, folks, and this online auction ends today with the first items closing at 5 o'clock this evening. Just an unbelievable offering here of outstanding bulls, and all of their EPDs, all of the information you need to make a solid decision on the direction you want your herd to take is going to be available for you if you scroll through their catalog that's published on the Big Iron website, or if you want to get a hold of the folks there. Their phone numbers and names are all listed. Pat Cruzy's name is listed, and he'll be able to walk you through not only the sale process, but also describe the powerful genetics that are back behind these animals that are selling today to the highest bidder. So go to the BigIron.com website for the latest specific information. Now, we do want to remind everybody, too, that tomorrow, then, we get kicked off with some outstanding machinery, 1,460 items selling to the highest bidder. One of the sellers is the Randall O'Neill Estate by Friend, Nebraska, and they've got a lot of alfalfa equipment. They have a New Holland 315 small square baler. They've got some Gale silage wagons. They've got a John Deere 5400 self-propelled forage harvester. They've got a New Holland 2550 self-propelled windrower. They've got a really nice lineup of equipment selling on that particular sale. Our good friends at Country Partners Cooperative in Cozad, Nebraska, at that location, they've got 4 machines selling: John Deere R4045 self-propelled sprayer and a 4045 self-propelled dry fertilizer applicator. These are both 2014 models, and they're selling tomorrow They've also got a Case IH Patriot 4430 self-propelled sprayer, and they got a 2012 John Deere 4940 dry fertilizer applicator. Those items located at the Country Partners location by Cozad, Nebraska. Now, in addition, folks, we've just got a great lineup of equipment that is selling, that is scattered all across the country. Whether you're looking for late model four-wheel drive tractors, whether you're looking for planters, drills, we've got it selling to the highest bidder here on the Big Iron website. We have got a nice lineup of equipment selling from Madrid, Nebraska for Jans and Jansen's, as they have their hay equipment selling, a Massey Ferguson Heston WR9760 self-propelled swather, and that's a 2013 model. They've also got their 2014 John Deere 569 round baler. They've got one of these Anderson 1400 series bale movers, so you can move a lot of bales at the same time. Plus, they got a couple of these Rouse rakes that are selling on their sale tomorrow on BigIron.com. We've also got some good quality equipment that is selling all across the area, like some good quality equipment selling in Campbell, Nebraska for Scott Schmidt. They've got some livestock trailers. They've got a 2006 Titan 24-foot livestock trailer. They got a 1979 Kenworth W900 day cab semi-truck tractor. They got a John Deere 4850 mechanical front tractor that's selling. They've also got a John Deere 4430 tractor with a loader that is selling by Campbell, Nebraska tomorrow on BigIron.com. I'm just touching on a few of the many items that will sell to the highest bidder, and we encourage you to dial up the Big Iron website for all the latest information and for the information about the seller, their phone number, their name. The Big Iron rep's name and number is listed as well. And as always, folks, we encourage you to look at not only tomorrow's auction, but auction results. If you've got an item that you no longer use in your operation and you're wondering what it's worth, you can go to BigIron.com and you can register because you have to be registered to access the auction results. But from there, you can type in the search box up on the top left-hand corner what it is you have. So if you've got a John Deere 8400, you type in John Deere 8400, and all the 8400 tractors that we have sold come up on your screen. And then you can compare the year, make, and model with your year, make, and model. Make sure you look at the time frame, because stuff that was selling 2 years ago was considerably less than what the stuff is selling for in the last 6 months. Look at those numbers and then get a hold of your area Big Iron rep if you've got an item or two or three, or maybe you want to schedule your retirement sale on BigIron.com. In fact, we have folks right now that have dates saved for their sale here in July, August, September, even in November and December. We've already got those dates saved for people. They're already planning their retirement sales, because the key to a successful auction, if I can get that word out, is planning and preparation and partnering with your Big Iron reps so they can give you good advice on the things that need to be done in order to have an outstanding result on your retirement sale. Pick up the phone and give us a call. It's 1-800-937-3558.
All right, Mark, always great to visit with you. Always great to talk about Big Iron Auction, which really has become a worldwide service. So we appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, I'm glad that you guys are there helping us spread the word, and thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Mark.
Bye-bye now.
Frenchman Valley Cooperative is launching an innovative product from its new Platte Peak Crop Performance Crop Input brand. Frenchman Valley Vice President of Agronomy Ben Sauter says V5 Bio has basically everything a corn plant needs up to V5.
Phosphorus solubilizers, zinc solubilizers, a lot of the biology that fields might be short of that would provide better vigor early on, more yield at the end of the year.
V5 Bio also features a potent combination of micronutrients to help crops stand strong.
It's copper, calcium, manganese, zinc, boron, and then we also put the magnesium in there. Plants require magnesium to capture the sun's energy for growth and aids in phosphate metabolism and plant respiration.
He says there's a reasonable supply for the in-furrow starter, and with timely shipping and fewer warehouses, savings will be passed along to customers. To learn more, call 308-882-3228 or visit PlattePeak.com.
9:20, you're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and we have more guests as promised. And I'm going to ask Jody a question. To start with, Jody, are you over there? I got your mic down. Are you there?
Yes.
Okay. Jody, what is the correct pronunciation of your last name?
Detlefs.
Detlefsen? Just Deflitz.
Detlefs.
Okay. Oh, I thought I used to haul fuel many years ago, and there was a name similar to that and it was a tanker company, and I thought maybe you were a tanker chick.
No.
Okay.
No.
But you are the manager of Off-Broadway.
Yes.
Okay. And then Jessica Burnett is here. She's been married 25 years.
Wow, congratulations.
Yeah. Yep. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So how's things going at Off-Broadway Assisted and Independent Living in Broken Bow, Nebraska? Your location is right on First Avenue there, right off the highway.
Correct.
And you got a gazebo there that people can enjoy.
Yep.
And you have really good food in the kitchen.
Lots. Yep.
And you have lots of activities for the people who live there.
Never a dull moment.
And you must be 65 to go have the fun that you guys have, right?
Correct.
All right. You're out. I'm in.
Okay. Sounds good. I'll be there before I know it, though.
Yeah, this is true. Well, we were just talking off the air for a moment, and you have some people that maybe we can mention here that are new to Off-Broadway. And it's no secret, there's an adjustment for people who move from their home to somewhere else.
Correct.
At that point in our lives, everything change is a little harder to take, as you mentioned, Jessica.
It is.
But it sounds like tell us who some of the new folks are, and it sounds like everybody's really blending in.
Yes. So we have a few new people. Jeannie Leapart, she moved in. Paula Naple.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a couple move in this week.
Nadine Anderson, is that another?
Nadine Anderson, yep. So, and they come from all over. So, yeah.
Does Christy come in to see her mom sometimes?
Yes, she does.
Does she behave herself? Because she represents the station, and when she's out and about, does she behave herself with her mother?
We'll talk about that afterwards.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
She does great.
That's super. So that's just great that people, they get used to things, they start feeling comfortable, they start taking part. I guess the part, Jody, is that everybody's different. Some of us are more social than others, and so the nice thing about Off-Broadway, I think, is that you can offer all the activities that they want to take part in, or they can hang in their rooms and watch a little TV or sew or do some puzzles or whatever, right?
Absolutely, yep.
Yeah, so that's I think I'd like to do some puzzles, towards the end of my days.
I think you'd be good at puzzles.
I want to with the big pieces.
Yeah.
The children's puzzles. I think I could handle those. And then they have a puzzle on the other side. Some of them you can do them twice.
There you go.
I was thinking 1,000-piece because it'll keep you busier longer.
That would take care of a few years.
I don't know if Dave would have the patience. Would you have the patience to get through a puzzle like that?
Joan and I got into putting some puzzles together for a while, and I did the first couple with her, and then she continued on, and I kind of faded out.
You start with the border. Are you a border person?
Yeah, but the
puzzle?
The border pieces can fool you because sometimes they'll fit when there really aren't the fit. You know what I'm saying?
No, but okay.
Sure.
I mean, you think they're part. You think because they're even on the side, and you put it in there.
Oh, sure.
You go, well, that's the one. That's where it fits, and you find out later it isn't.
Yeah.
It belongs on the other side of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
You guys go ahead and talk.
Well, I can say I had never been in the facility.
Thank you
before.
for coming.
And I came last week to help one of your new residents move in.
Yep.
And I was impressed. The layout of the facility, and I just didn't realize you had as many units as you had in Off-Broadway. You told me 42.
Yep, that's
right?
correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think what I enjoyed the most was, as we were moving things in, there were a group of people that were just sitting there visiting. And I have a feeling that's just a daily occurrence.
And that is the truth.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yes, and they have a lot of fun, a lot of laughter.
I could tell. And they liked having fun with us, too, as we were moving things in. So
I would
was
agree
great.
with you there.
Yeah.
our residents as well as our staff, we get along very, very well.
I can tell that.
A lot of laughter goes on at our place. So.
Like I said, it's the first time I'd ever been in the facility. That the bird thing that you have, I'm just guessing here, but I'm thinking people come down to just watch the birds.
Yes.
And they have little baby birds.
Yes, they were born last week.
Yeah, that's neat. Well, it's a great facility, and you had to have a library.
Yep.
You have other large open areas that people can gather at. I know that people come in and do like get-togethers or Bible studies with your residents. And I was there right as you were preparing the food. Oh my goodness, the kitchen smells delish.
Yes.
So.
Yep. And thank you for letting me give you a tour. So it was a blessing.
Thank you for giving me a tour. It was great to see the facility, and I understand why so many come in, and the rooms are nice too. I do have one question. How can I get one of those tables that I think someone brought up a table for the new resident? Maybe that's not through Off-Broadway. I'm sorry.
Thinking that it was their table.
It was their table. Okay, well, I'll talk to June then and see how I can get one of those tables.
Yeah, because as for his apartment, we don't supply.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the apartments are nice, and you can tell, and I think you guys have mentioned this too, when someone moves out, you kind of redo the apartment, right, with fresh paint or whatever, and boy, you could really tell that when we moved in. That was real nice.
Yeah, we are doing a lot of updates, a lot of painting, as well as new carpet, as well as just every room gets completely redone when somebody moves out, and they do a very good job.
Yeah. Is there availability?
A few.
Still? Just a few?
Yep. They just need to call and let us, talk to us what their needs are.
Okay.
So, and then there's a process that we need to follow. They need to contact us, and then we just got stuff we have to do before they can move in.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
So, yep.
Jody, do you allow cats in there?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
They would they wreak havoc with the birds?
They would try to get them, but it's an enclosed. Those are really cool birds, though.
They are. I found myself just watching the birds for at least 5 minutes. It was great.
The colors on them are really
beautiful.
Nice. Yeah.
Stress reliever.
Yeah. No kidding. So, you got a few open,
yes.
and if somebody's interested, Jody, do they call and set up a tour time, or these days I think things are a little more liberated as far as coming and going, but can they stop in and see you? How does it work?
Sure, it's best if they would call us, and then we would start the process. And so they would come in, we would visit, and then we would do a tour, and then we would go from there.
Okay. And Jody, you were never a tanker chick then. I mean, you weren't. Your family didn't have a fuel tanker business.
No.
Okay. Right. So let me write that down. But you do have a special going. Maybe we should talk about for folks who might be interested. Right? It's called the Basket Full of Eggs Move-In Special.
Yes. Yep. They can just call for details, and we can find out if they qualify or not.
Okay. Right. On the tour, did you get ice cream?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Of course, I didn't. I didn't stop or ask for ice cream either. I did find when I walked into your dining area, I just got to be honest. It did take me back to the days when I ordered a hamburger at Big J's. It did.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure that for some of the residents, they think about that too when they walk into the.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about where the arcade was. Is that where the kitchen is? The arcade was back in there.
I think the kitchen is kind of where the counter was, where I went up to order.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you play in the arcade? Because like they had.
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah, I kind of remember it. Yeah.
That was fun.
Yeah.
But this is really nice.
Yes, it's beautiful cafeteria, beautiful dining area.
Yeah.
Just a real great facility.
Yeah. It sits right there. Did I tell you? It's right on First Avenue. There's a gazebo there, and it's the tallest building in town.
I think maybe you have said that, yeah.
There's an elevator in there.
There
it
is.
So Dave let me put you on the spot for a second.
Oh, good.
We are challenging or inviting you to come and do the breakfast show from our facility when it warms up.
Oh, we'd love to. We can do that.
I think it'd be fun.
We'll serve
you want
cinnamon rolls.
Cinnamon rolls?
Yeah.
Maybe some ice cream?
That's what you would like, yes.
All right. All right, yeah, we're in.
Okay.
Yeah, not a problem. Right, Brent?
I think so.
So, I'm trying to think. Oh, it's where the gas station sits.
Right.
At one time, that was First Avenue. That was a little, your first convenience store in the world. They were open on Sundays, and you could get liver to go catfishing on Sundays. And then right behind that, where the Off-Broadway is now, was Big J's, or the restaurant. But years ago, I think it was the county building, like where the county roads is.
Uh-huh.
Right across from there, girls, there was a what do you call it when you jump up and down on it? It's
trampoline.
Trampoline.
Oh.
I was going to say. I had another word. Trampoline. They had a trampoline place over there.
Oh.
And the swimming pools where Gateway Motors was.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. And you could go on a trampoline and then go swimming.
Sounds good.
That was all right there where Off-Broadway is. But there was no elevator in town, I don't believe. Now Off-Broadway has an elevator.
Mm-hmm. And it's a very nice elevator, because we were, where I helped move into, we were on the 3rd floor. So we use the elevator. And the elevator is nice for people who are moving up to the 3rd floor. The elevator is very convenient for moving things up. I was a little nervous about that, to be honest with you, when I heard that we were on the 3rd floor. But the elevator is made to move things up, so don't be afraid of that.
Very simple moving in.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest.
That helps. That helps. Just like a back scratcher helps when no one will scratch your back. Now, ladies, this was just in this morning. This is a note. It says, Dave, I don't know if anyone else gave you a back scratcher. I might have missed that story, but I didn't want you to use that fancy one of Jones. My wife has a wooden back scratcher that she found when she was cleaning a closet that was her folks, and it's a hand shape like this, but it's smaller, and it's made of wood. Where was I on this? This is a dual purpose one for those of us who are long in the tooth. It has a shoehorn on the other end. That way you don't have to bend over so far with like you do with the metal ones you used to use to put in your shoe, the shoehorn.
I think you need to work on tying your shoe first.
Well, I got them tied right now. I have given several to friends, but I had to wait until Varney Health Mart had more. If you did get one from your other friend, give this to Brent so he doesn't have to call, come over across the neighborhood to scratch my back.
Yeah, I ain't scratching your back. Just, it ain't happening.
Like he would.
I draw the line.
Well, Bev.
As a neighbor, I draw a line somewhere.
Bev Williams went on to say, like Brent would do that.
That's right.
LOL, whatever that means. Bev, thank you, Bev.
Yeah, thanks, Bev.
And I'd like to, because she's right, I only have one other friend, but I'm gonna scratch Jessica's back real quick.
There's a line. There's a line.
Yeah, draw the line. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
How's that feel?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Jody, come on over here.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, don't bring that thing over here. Get away from me. Yeah. Oh, actually, that feels kind of good. Thank you, Bev. Thank you, ladies, for putting up with this, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You're good sports,
Yes.
is what I'm trying to say.
Oh, my
now,
goodness.
when
My shoes untied.
oh my goodness. So when we come to Off-Broadway, I assume that we'll get to visit with some of your residents and stuff. Is that kind of the plan?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, that will be fun.
Absolutely. I do want to add just real quick, we do have some positions that are available. They just need to call and ask for Jody. And so we've got dietary manager, med aid, activity director, and then we have some part-time positions, but most of all, our benefits are fantastic. There's a sign-on bonus, free vision, free dental, life insurance membership to click for the qualifying employees. Yep.
Good.
Okay. I did want you to look at this picture, ladies, before you leave, because I just want you to know, in this picture, this is not my child. It's Brent.
It kind of looks like it, though. Kind of looks like dad and son going out fishing.
Oh, my goodness.
Do we look younger? Yeah, I think you're pointing at Dave, aren't you? That's the one that's catching your eye. Dave, Dave really did look that young.
Do you think I was a stud back then?
We'll talk about that later. I've been married 25 years.
Or a dud. Stud or a dud?
I was going to say, dud would be more appropriate.
A double dud. All right. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you. Thank you.
And again, what's the phone number there if people want to talk to you and ask you why you come out to this show?
308-872-2522. That's 872-2522.
All right, thank you. Anything else, Brent, we need to cover?
I don't think. Have we covered everything?
I think so.
Okay. You do have a special going on, so if people want to know the details, call you.
Yeah, give us a call.
All right.
And if you call, ask for the tanker chick. That's the breakfast show for today.